And Radio Spolpakia is on the air.
Live from Spolpakia, it's Mikey and Vinnie. I love Spolpakia. It's one of the few sane places on the planet these days.
Spolpakia, Radio Spolpakia. Und das the Drift is with on Broadway.
Meet me on the frontage road. Please, meet me on the frontage road.
What's happening, Michael Knight?
Well, I wanted to say two things at the top of the show. One, my computer seems to have gotten more sensitive. So when I touched the screen at the end of the show, I was off the air. And I didn't mean to exit so rudely. But when I touched my little stylus, whatever you call it,
your thingy,
the little arrow that runs across the screen. What do you call that?
It has a name. Not the indicator, but the cursor. Cursor.
Okay. So I touched my screen, and then at the end of the show, while you were still saying goodbye, my picture went whoop, and I was gone. You probably noticed that yesterday. Well, that's rude, and I didn't mean to do that. So I'm not going to touch my cursor. Not going to touch my cursor until the show's really over.
Don't touch your cursor while the show is on.
And secondly, yesterday I put 5 fucks in a row talking about the old Department of Justice, which is now gone, and my wife noticed that, and I want to apologize if I offended anyone. 5 fucks is too many.
Yeah,
one fuck is plenty, and the impression that I may have made was that I was angry with you, which is not the case. So I just wanted to clear that up.
Oh, okay. And yeah, it's listen, we live in times that get anybody angry. I mean, it's hard not to get angry when
I realized that I was angry with a Department of Justice that no longer exists.
Well, yeah. We were talking about things that we expect to work for us that aren't working for us. They're working for one person.
They don't work. They're not even in existence.
Yeah, I mean, the whole. I mean, the whole government's becoming a sham.
The thing to do is who's in charge, because we got a guy in charge who doesn't know the difference between Iceland and Greenland or Norway and Denmark. He just doesn't know, and it's no interest to him to get it right. He just blunders through it, and he hardly gets called on it. Do you think anyone in Fox is telling him that Iceland and Greenland are different countries and he can't keep them straight? No.
His little buddy Maria Bartiromo is there with him, and she's trying to keep him straight, but she can't. She's not going to keep him straight. No, the only thing this guy is good for is for bullying people, and he's not even good at that anymore.
He's suing the New York Times for $5 billion. $5 billion with a B.
Yeah. It's amazing. Instead of worrying about what's going on with the country and how he's alienating people. Now, you know, there's people that say, and I've seen this a lot on social media, that there's some people that say, well, you know, Europe should take care of itself and yada yada, and they got this kind of money and they got that kind of money, and I think there is a discussion to be had there, but you don't do it like this clown is doing it. I mean, this is I mean, the way where we and other people are hanging, almost at Spolpakia, the Ukraine out to die, or to dry, I should say, or to die for that matter.
Well, they're having the first trilateral meetings this week.
Yeah, well, people are still dying while they're having meetings. Eerily reminiscent of the Vietnam War, where they were having, they argued how many months for the shape of the table.
It could be square, it could be round, it could be oblong, it could be 8-sided. Who knew? There'd be so many choices.
Yeah, who knew that these guys knew how many shapes there were? You know, I thought you forgot about that like in first grade. But obviously, these people thought that there was some sense of importance. And meanwhile,
what was that yard song? The shapes.
The shape. The shape of things to come, wasn't it?
I think so.
Hey diddly 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 dee. Yeah.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Hey
With
diddly
Jeff Beck on
diddly
guitar.
dee. Hey diddly 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 dee. Yes, back when we wrote protest music. Back when we wrote music of import.
When
Not that
music
today's
made a difference.
isn't of import, but anyway. Well, it's a big weekend around these parts
Nobody
and
wants to know who
around
I'm picking
your
because
part.
everyone I picked in the last 2 weeks is lost.
Yeah, so stay away from picking the Seahawks. But what is there a buzz in LA about this? I mean, is it, it's interesting because we forget that LA up until I don't know 5-6 years ago didn't even have a team. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, but there wasn't
You
even a
probably
team down there.
you probably heard the justification for that, Vinny, when they were saying nobody in LA misses football. There's too many things to do in LA. You can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the beach, you can go downtown, you can go to Pasadena, you can go to Hollywood, you can go to Santa Monica. Who needs football? And 2 years later, we had 2 teams and a
Yeah, I
new
guess LA
stadium.
needed it.
Well, we had 2 hockey teams, 2 basketball teams, 2 college teams, 2 baseball teams. Now we have 2 football teams. And name another market that can do that and do it effortlessly. Last night, the Clippers and the Lakers
York.
played, and it was a hell of a game.
Yeah, New York is the only other market that can sustain that.
Right.
Um,
And they use
but
New Jersey. We don't have a New Jersey to use.
yeah, well, but you got an Orange County to use, so it's like New Jersey.
But the only people using it are the Angels and the Ducks, and nobody cares about the Angels and the Ducks.
Well, there
That's a
was a
slight
time when
overstatement.
there was a time when that was true of the Islanders or the Devils or the Nets up until they moved back into Brooklyn.
Then they won a few games, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you win, people pay attention to you.
Well, let me hear your picks. We'll start with you. You're the winner. I've lost everything because I picked the 49ers to beat the Seahawks twice. I knew better, but I picked them anyway.
Well, I got to go with the Seahawks.
Well, of course.
There's just no way I'm going to go against the Seahawks. They just look stunning right now. Their defense looks like it's outrageous. They cured the problem that they had in the last half of the season, which was not scoring in the first half.
Maybe they didn't show up until the second half. Was it really the Seahawks in the first half, or was it?
Well, that's what I had said back then. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure his strategy wasn't to keep the Seahawks healthy by not playing the regular Seahawks in the first half. Don't do anything. Just go out there and hike the ball and maybe get a field goal, and don't do anything crazy. And
bring in those guys who plays that football in the offseason, the United Football League, the Amalgamated Football League.
They were
bring in some of those guys.
For some cockamamie football league.
Bring them in. Let them play the first half.
With the I don't know, what was it the Union City Hemophiliacs was a team or something like that. I don't know what was the
make fun of them if you want, but they took their lives in their hand every time they took the field.
Oh, they gave people their money's worth. Yeah, no, they listened. They I was trying to come up with a line there and I couldn't. they bled out at all their games. I don't know.
Well, what about the Patriots and the Broncos?
Well,
in fact, can you remember the quarterback's name?
Pats.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I got to go with the Pats.
I hope for great things happening for Jason Stidham, but I'm not counting on it.
Yeah, just that's a crippling injury to Bo Nix. That's now who knows? We've seen strange things happen, and they get that game at home. Am I correct? Denver.
No, I think they have to play that. Well, I don't know.
I thought it was in Denver. Maybe I'm wrong.
Actually, that would give him a little bit of an advantage. I hope it is in Denver. I don't know where it is. Strange that I shouldn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a little perplexed that I don't know that either. I thought I would have, and I'm
Because
pretty sure.
The Seahawk advantage is going to be, yeah, you have to say it's at least 7 points, maybe more. And it's impossible to measure the psychological effect of playing in that noise. And I don't know if it's going to help the Rams organize themselves. I don't know if the successful running game will quiet the crowd. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I don't think anything will quiet the crowd. And that game is in Denver.
Oh, that's good. That'll give them some advantage.
Yeah, both teams are 14-3.
Only one of them's got a quarterback, however.
Yeah, as of right now, yes. There's just one. So it's a chance for a young man to, I don't know, to make his oats, to sow his oats. I don't know what you call that.
Brock Purdy got a shot when everybody was injured. Maybe this kid, Jason Stidham, has been a star that we didn't know existed. And this could be an opportunity for him he won't get a job in Denver, but he'll find a job somewhere else if he shows that he can do it.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that, from time to time we see a quarterback that should have been a starting quarterback somewhere and get that chance to start because of an injury. I mean, and one guy who, if you remember, did that was Tom Brady. Tom Brady got, Drew Bledsoe got hurt. Tom Brady got put in, and I don't think Drew Bledsoe ever played another down for the New England Patriots.
He did not.
I think that was it.
To my best knowledge, and if he did, he never came back as the starter.
Yeah, I mean, once they put Tom Brady in, that was it. That was it. That was all.
Now, Drew Bledsoe still has a winery somewhere in.
Yeah, I think so.
Eastern Washington.
Yeah, I think he had. Is it Bledsoe that had? Yeah, he had some deal going with the winery and making Cougar wine or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, he was. The last time I saw Drew Bledsoe, I was swimming in the was it the Umpqua? Was the some river in Oregon in the middle of winter.
Careful which river you get into. You won't get out. Oregon's like that. Where'd he go? Well, he went in the river, the damn fool. Now we haven't seen him since.
We were doing this. I was doing a Special Olympics a number of years ago for Fox. And so they did, they do that winter, you got to jump in the water thing.
Yeah.
And he was the head of it. And he says, "No, man, you got to come in. If you're covering this, you got to come in." So I took my clothes off and I went in.
What are you going to do?
It was freaking cold.
That I believe.
It was freezing. But, I got to say I swam in the Deschutes River. That's which river it was, the Deschutes.
I like it better when they call it the Umpqua.
The Umpqua, yeah. No, it was the Deschutes. And it was a fun time. It was a big time. Big time. A big time.
Come on in. The water's fine. How fine is it? Oh, it's Deschutes.
It's Deschutes. It's really the Chutes.
You're going to love it. Get in here.
Yeah, when it's that cold, it doesn't matter how the water is. I don't think anything, I think everything is frozen. But it was a nice time. Had a fun weekend that weekend covering the Special Olympics. Great bunch of people have put that program on and have put it on for years. And I was really, really stoked that they sent me down there and, to cover that. It was a lot of fun. Back when I used to be able to do television. Now, now it's other people that get the shot, but that's okay. I had my time. And
you're a natural, though. Your personality comes through.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Here comes a big cat. I don't mean you. I mean a big cat.
No, the big cat. Well, his personality comes through too.
He's not. He changed his mind.
He's gonna
find another lap that's not quite as bony.
he said, it's time for me to time for me to jump up someplace, but I'm not sure where I want to jump, which is understandable.
He's going over to see his mom. Well, speaking of family news, my talented granddaughter, Kennedy Quinn, has got cast in The Music Man. And because they have so many women, so many girls, so many young actresses, as opposed to men, they're giving some of the women's parts to parts that traditionally played by men for The Music Man. And she's going to be the mayor, whose wife is, what's the wife? Eulalie, who's going to sing and entertain everyone. And the mayor is trying to get the Harold Hill to get out of town. And then they have a parade, and the mayor gets got a lot of lines. She's going to be, it's her first challenging comedic role. So we're looking forward to that. Congratulations to Kennedy Quinn.
Congratulations to her. When is that?
Production day, I don't know. A couple months from now, probably February.
Well, we'll have to.
What they do is they'll give like a big show like this with 3 different casts, and they rehearse them all at the same time, and then they put on the show in order so that there's so many people in this company that everybody gets a shot, because you have more than one cast for a show.
Nice. Well, that'll be a lot of fun, a lot of work, a lot of hard work, but
a lot of hard work and a lot of good songs.
Yeah,
great songs.
Yeah, that's really. I mean, you got a ton of great songs in that. I mean, what a play. You ever see the movie Pittsburgh?
No.
There's a movie. It's called Pittsburgh, and it's about.
What's it about?
Well, it's interesting. It is about Jeff Goldblum stars in it, and he goes home to Pittsburgh to play the lead in a local theater production of The Music Man.
He's going to be Harold Hill.
And the movie is all about, all the family interactions and everything that goes on when he goes back to play that role, where he grew up. And it's a pretty funny movie, actually. It's made much funnier by his just his quirky personality.
He's a quirky guy. He's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. I mean, and he's funny without trying. Looks like he looks like a guy that's the way he is.
He doesn't push too hard.
Yeah, that's the way he is no matter what. He's just got that kind of personality that just, I don't know, it just is naturally funny.
I can't remember if it's on Netflix or on Amazon, but he did a short series where he played the god Zeus, and Zeus wore like tennis outfits, like he was a Adidas athlete from Europe, and kept all the other gods wondering and guessing, because he was the god of all gods. He was the boss. He was the ruler of gods. And he did a wonderful job. And it's, I recommend it. I wish I could remember. Just search Jeff Goldblum and look for a show about the Greek gods. He plays Zeus. I wish I could remember the name of that, but it was excellent and comedic.
Well, he was great in his part in Wicked, the Good Wicked, or whatever they were calling it, which got shut out for Academy Awards. That's interesting.
And who got the most awards was Sinners, the all black cast movie. 16 nominations.
Yeah, I mean, go figure, huh?
Well,
I didn't see the movie, so I don't know. I'm not a horror film guy, really, unless they're like from the 50s. And none of
my favorite horror movie from the 50s was The Devil's Demon, and the demon was 60 feet tall, and you would summon it with a script of paper and light it, and it would burn, and when it burned completely, then the demon would come. And he was getting people all over England, and screwed up their nice XKEs and their wonderful cars from the late 60s that they were driving. And this
Right.
demon would manifest itself, and it's all in black and white and cheap effects, but a scary story. The mood was frightening.
My favorite 50s horror flick is Island of the She-Devils.
Now you got to watch out with the she-devil; they will bite.
Yeah, it's really it left an impression on me that I remember clearly to this day. It was this. It was about this professor's German professor. Because all the villains had to be Germans in the 50s.
Sure, with
And
English accents.
And it's a guy that you've seen play in every Nazi movie there's ever been. He's been in it. And he's the mad professor, and he's got this island of beautiful women that he's gathered over the years, and he's got them all living there in cages because he's trying to extract their beauty for his wife, Mona, who was tragically burned. Her face was burned in an accident that he had.
So he had good reason to do this, but he got off track. He lost his way.
Yeah, so he's experimenting on all of these women and trying to suck their beauty out and give it to his wife.
The Germans had this recurring theme of working on genetic experiments, hoping to improve them, but they never managed to improve.
It seems to be something that runs kind of through the through the German story.
The German villain.
Yes. So these guys get to the island. They're over on the island looking for some kind of rocks or something. They get on the island. They find this guy. They get mixed up with this guy. And anyway, he's got a nuclear reactor or something on the island, getting ready to blow. So they are getting off the island, and they say to his wife, Mona, they say, she's all in she's got like a habit on and bandages. And so they say to Mona, well, come with us. The island's going to blow up, because Mona's a nice woman, kept there prisoner by her husband as well. And they say, come with us. And she says, no, I can't. And they say, no, Mona, come with us. And she looks into the camera and she pulls off the band. No, she says, would you go back to civilization if you looked like this? And she pulls the bandages off, and there's like this, skull under the thing. And I remember I saw that on Chiller Theater, man. I was about 6 or 7 years old.
Is that on Channel 5 or Channel 11 or Channel 9?
Channel 11. And I ran into the kitchen looking for my mother so fast.
If you look like this.
Oh, man, did I run. Oh, my God. I'd never seen anything like that before. And it was the scariest. I don't think it's the most scared I've ever been. And I've been through some fairly scary stuff, but that was the most scared. That was the first time I ever got that scared from something. And every once in a while, it's on streaming services. So every once in a while I go back and I watch it, and it still has that weird effect on me when he pulls off the bandages.
Do you go right to the end and just see your favorite scene?
No, I watch it because I want to see the she-devils.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go past the she-devils.
They've suffered. They deserved all their time on the screen for all the suffering.
Yeah, they deserve a little something. The she-devils. They deserve to be noticed, to be looked at, to be loved. Somebody's got to love a she-devil. I mean, the German scientist, he's just trying to extract that beauty. He's got no use for them. Well, he does have a use for them, but he's a weird guy anyway.
I'm afraid so, yeah. Extracting beauty comes at a price.
Yeah, and I wonder what that actor's name is. I'll have to look it up sometime. Because he's been in just a gazillion movies, 40s and 50s movies. Whenever he's like the one of the 3 or 4 guys that they used when they needed a Nazi. You know, it was him. It was Otto Kruger was another guy, and you know, and they played every, you know, from probably 1940 to 1960. They probably played every Nazi that was in any movie. Were one of these like 3 or 4 guys, and a lot of times
who played Rommel in the movie? Who played Erwin Rommel in the movie? Didn't they make a movie about Rommel called The Desert Fox?
The Desert Fox, yeah. Oh man, I don't remember.
I don't either. He did a good job, but they had to make him somewhat sympathetic because he was going to get it in the end.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about this stars? It is none of these guys were used in things like The Longest Day. Like they used like every German actor they could find, but they didn't use any of these guys.
Too recognizable. They wanted the
I guess so. I guess they didn't, you know, because they had become kind of recognizable as Nazis. It must have been tough if you were if you played that part to go around in Hollywood. I mean, yeah, you were making money and you were doing films, but you know, with people's penchant to believe what they see on the screen and to believe that you're that person.
Tough.
I'm surprised one of them didn't get clocked in a restaurant or something. And I think Kruger was actually had escaped the concentration. One of those guys had actually escaped the concentration camp.
He was Jewish?
Yeah, I think he was, yes.
And he played Nazis?
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for in Hollywood is all I'm going to say about that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's I'm going to see if I could actually find him while we're sitting here. Well, let's see. Actors who played Nazis.
Or IMDb. Just search the title. The song by the Trogs, "A Girl Like You," has been used in the dog commercial, and it's on the air all the time. So I'm hearing ba 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 ba. It's on all day long. The Trogs.
And which commercial?
It's a dog food commercial.
Huh. Yeah, I don't remember it off the top of my head. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is interesting. There's an article about this, and this is Jews that have played Nazis. Conrad Veidt, who of course played the head guy in Casablanca.
Oh yeah,
was Jewish. Jack Benny played a Nazi in To Be or Not to Be. Three Stooges in You Nazi Spy.
And I have the answer to my question, and that is, it's a farmer's dog food ad featuring the music of the Trogs with A Girl Like You. Which, if you need a refresher, I will play for you in a second as soon as the commercial's over.
Huh.
So that's the Talks with a Girl Like You, the farmer's dog food commercial that runs all day long. And if you're a news freak like I am, and the news watch never stops, you've been seeing that commercial, probably
Yeah.
to the point of having the song run through your head rent free for the rest of the day.
There's yeah, that's interesting because that's the third song that I know that's titled "A Girl Like You." There's the Young Rascals song, or the Rascals, "A Girl Like You," that was a hit for them in um,
Good song.
'67, I guess. And then there's the Smithereens had a hit with a song named "A Girl Like You."
Smithereens, an undervalued group.
Yeah, very undervalued group. Yeah, very bunch of good guys too. I got to actually hang out with them in Chicago. One time when I was in Chicago, they were staying at the same hotel I was staying at,
Huh.
and got and I had known Pat Denizio from interviews at KUSF that we did with him.
Well, if you're in Amoeba Records today and you see the Smithereens Greatest Hits, that's one that I recommend.
Grab it. Yeah, I remember trying to convince Kate to play them on the City because I was playing them at KUSF, and I said, Kate, you really ought to latch on to this group. But she didn't.
I think they would have fit. They would have fit.
Oh, they totally would have. Yes, especially their softer, more rhythmic stuff.
Yeah,
totally would have fit. They do a version of oh Lord, the Beach Boys song, and now I always have it on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Girl, Don't Tell Me. That's it's a beautiful version. I mean, a lot of people have done that song. That might be one of the Beach Boys' more covered songs, by alternative bands.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, they seem to latch on to that song. But yeah, totally underrated group. Just a great group, great writing, great musicianship, just the whole package. And it just they never quite got the mainstream airplay or the mainstream recognition that they should have got.
Because they could have been as big as Tom Petty or another musical, trying to think of someone in that genre whose music and delivery and songwriting would have compare to them.
Journey or any of those. Of course, they started in the 80s. I mean, they were around in that period of time. All from New Jersey. I think they're all from. I think one of them might be from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. And they wrote a song. One of my favorite songs they wrote is a song called White Castle Blues.
Mm-hmm.
White Castle Blues, about being in a White Castle at 2:00 in the morning.
These walls are so white.
Oh, the castle is white and my pupils are red. Yeah, they were a good band. Pat Denizio is missed. He passed away, I don't know,
a couple of years ago.
5-7 years ago.
Yes.
And one of the guys in the band's brother, I think, works with my brother-in-law at United Airlines in San Francisco. And so it's, I got a couple of connections to that band, but good bunch of people, good band. And you're right, if you see their vinyl or their CD hanging out, it would do you good, or just pop it into your Spotify or whatever.
My Spotify is going up $1 from
Is it?
$11.99 to $12.99. Yeah, they notified me today.
Everything's going up, man. That's that's how the president controls inflation.
somebody has to make Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania pay for what they've done.
It's their fault, right?
Somebody has to extract a cost for what they've done. Better have some coffee.
Did you see the weasel yesterday showing off the plans for the Gaza Strip?
I didn't see that. I thought I saw it all.
He was at Davos, showing off their plans for the Gaza Strip and how they're going to rebuild it and put all these hotels and luxury buildings. How long do you think it'll be before, after they put a building up there, it'll get bombed?
As soon as they get the basement done. The underground parking will be the hardest part to finish, and that's when they'll get them.
Yeah, I just I don't know. Good luck to you, but and don't the people that live there have a say in what they want to do?
Not that you would notice, no.
I mean, do they want this? I mean, maybe they just want to have a beach that they can go and hang out on, and just kind of relax.
Can they even find where they used to live? We used to live here somewhere, but we can't tell our street from the way it is now. We think it ran this way. We think this is the foundation of where we were born and raised our kids.
Yeah,
but we can't be sure.
To go. Yeah,
can't make out any detail. It's just rubble.
I mean, I feel bad for those people. You just at some point I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get how these guys worm their way into this situation. I mean, shouldn't these people have a right to determine what's going to be there? Don't they have a right to determine what the destiny of that land is going to be? Or are they just out of it? Are they just completely?
I think they've been replaced. Their wants, needs, and dreams have been replaced by Netanyahu, an army, an air force, an ability to attack any neighborhood with any weapon. They are under constant surveillance. The chance for anything resembling freedom or normalcy is long gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know how nice the beach is, but I would imagine all beaches are pretty nice. This one should have a cabana somewhere so you can order drinks.
Yeah, I don't even know if you could. I don't know if you could order drinks or not order drinks there or what, but I just it just gives me a bad feeling to see to see Trump and his people go in and take advantage of the situation. But that's what the rich guys get to do.
Well, wait till he refuses to pay the drywall guys. We'll see how that goes over in Gaza. My advice is don't tell them in person. Send them a note.
Well, my advice is get paid before you buy the drywall. Get paid before you do any work. Because I don't want to say anything, but I hear that Mr. Trump has trouble paying his bills sometimes. Not that he doesn't have the money. He just doesn't like to pay.
He doesn't like the idea of paying for what he gets. And the trend in that neighborhood is when you renege on an agreement, there's going to be more to pay than just the bill.
Yeah, they don't treat it as a small thing when you don't pay the bill. They don't say, "Well, listen, we're okay because we got to do the work for Donald Trump." They don't swing like that. They kidnap family members. I mean, they don't screw around.
That works for me. They're going to get Uday and Kusei.
Well, the only thing is, who would want to spend any time with them?
In a tunnel underneath the hotel. Nobody.
Yeah, who would want to? I mean, they're kidnap proof. They're I
You
mean,
might have something there, Vinny. You might have
just
something.
on the
Maybe
just on the basis of who the hell would want to hear them. Who would want to spend 5 minutes with either one of them, whether it was worth $1 million to you or not? Just boy, two of the prototypical rich kids. It's like the Victor Newman family.
are you going to see the soon to be released movie called Melania?
I was going to ask you about that because I know you're a big movie guy, and I was wondering if you were going to get online and stand in line to watch that movie.
Think I'd rather have my eyes poked out with a golf pencil, if I could quote John Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, what a disgrace! What a disgrace for our country. What a disgrace for Amazon for giving her the money to do the film. I don't know. They paid her some phenomenal amount of money for the rights to do the film.
She got the
And
money that usually goes to the associate producers.
who is interested in her? I mean, has there been more of a nothing first lady in our time?
But she came up with a great bumper sticker, "Be best."
Yeah. I mean, she said, I mean, even the outfits. She. I heard somebody say yesterday she dresses like Spy versus Spy. That's the line of the day.
Today she's the white guy. Tomorrow she's the black guy. Trust
Yeah,
me.
she always dresses. She's got that outfit with the hat. Well, listen, I wouldn't want anybody to see my face if I was married to Donald Trump either.
Because you don't know where it's been.
Well, yeah, you certainly don't. But I don't know, man. No, I don't think I'll be going to see Melania, nor do I think many people I know. I don't think it's going to be a big movie here in the Northwest.
No, I can imagine.
Maybe in Spokane it'll be a big movie, but even if I was the hardest core MAGA fan or MAGA person, I wouldn't pay $12 to go see that movie, or $15 or $20.
It's a good way to ruin popcorn. That's all I can think of. Perfectly good popcorn is ruined with that movie.
It's just she's not an interest. She doesn't seem to be an interesting person. Now maybe she is. Maybe she's a fascinating person, and
this is the mess we get into trying to be fair. This is how far we go trying to be fair.
Yeah, you don't like to insult somebody's wife, but good God, I just can't imagine the movie being interesting. I don't imagine her being interesting.
Be best. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I just don't imagine her, being interesting to talk to this guy. I mean, I could think back to other first ladies up and down the line. I mean, even Laura Bush was interesting. She had some things to say, and she, Hillary, obviously, Mrs. Obama, Michelle Obama was, our best first lady maybe since Jacqueline Kennedy. Jackie was certainly interesting, and Lady Bird was pretty interesting.
A tree, a bush, or a shrub?
Let's keep America beautiful. She was the first one with the Beautify America stuff. Get the billboards off the sides of the highways.
I planted the tree, I planted the bush, but I could not find a suitable shrub.
Let's see who else we got in there. Pat Nixon. And Nancy Reagan was Nancy Reagan. I mean,
And Betty Ford made quite a career.
yeah, short time, big impact.
Hey, Vinnie, what are you driving?
Made the most out of her 3 years.
Yeah.
What was she? Yeah, she was 3 years, right?
Yes.
Let me call up what I'm driving because I think you're gonna like this one, Michael. It was a frosty morning here this morning, so we that's what the inside of the windshield looked like this morning. It was a nice I don't know, what was it this morning? 30-something degrees? Where'd you go, Michael?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Now let's get the car in there. I don't know why this is doing
Is that a Subaru?
Yes, it's a Subaru Forester Wilderness package, which is, the regular Subaru Forester, which is a great car to begin with. And then they add this Wilderness package, which gives it a little off-road personality. They heighten it a little bit, to get it up off the ground a little bit, special suspension. The cladding that you'll see, the black stuff that's all around the car. And
what's it called?
Cladding.
Cladding.
It used to be on Scottish cars, but they stopped making Scottish cars a while ago. So no more cladding. No, but it's supposed to stop the rocks and everything from scratching your paint that you have to pay $400 extra dollars for.
It's the protective undercoating taken up at the side of the car.
Yeah. Well, when you're traipsing through the woods, as these cars encourage you to do, you have to somehow stop the car from getting scratched up because you're paying $400 extra dollars for the paint for this particular color, so you don't want to scratch it up. So you put that cladding on it. You hope that it doesn't get scratched. But it's a dynamite car to begin with. One of the safest cars you can drive. One of the most reliable cars you can drive. Subarus are, up here in the Northwest, they're legend, as well as they are the whole West Coast. I mean, the West Coast loves Subarus.
And Washington used to be the number one market. Am I right about that?
Yes, I think it still is the number one market for Subarus, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's the number one, still the number one market. Volvos used to be pretty popular up here as well, but Volvos, have gone through a bit of change in what they do. They're not the inexpensive, reliable car that they used to be. They're very expensive now. They're mostly electric. It's more of a luxury car than a family sedan like it used to be. So the Subaru has kind of moved into that space of being a family car, and it's got the Starlink system. This particular model has all the good stuff. About $42,000. Spacious center compartment. Cup holders, obviously, we like to show you the cup holders. Their Starlink system and their safety system is among the best in the business. They have a safety system that will keep the car in the lane, stop it if you get too close to another car. It does a lot of things with their eyesight system, they call it. So again, a nice car, comfortable car. Last week we had the Range Rover, not a car you could take anywhere off-road and not worry about it. This one, I don't know if I'd take it anywhere off-road, but for a nice, light, limited, off-road car. This is a good one. Also, they've raised the towing capacity of the car, so you can now tow 3,500 pounds with this car. So if you have a boat or you have a camping trailer, you can tow it with the Wilderness Edition, the Subaru Wilderness Edition. So you get that bonus to it too. And this is a perfect car if you have one of those little trailers. You like to go up into the mountains and spend the night there, and you have the little trailer and you tow it along. This is the perfect car. And you can also lay down in the back and sleep as well. So, and there's also a kit for this car that you can put a tent on the roof, climb up the ladder. I won't be doing it, but you can put a tent on the roof and climb up the ladder in this car as well. So lots of good things about this Subaru Forester Wilderness Edition.
And you say the MSRP is 42?
42.5, I think, with the transportation. So as far as what compares to it on the market, it's I think it's right. It's fairly priced for what you get for your money. We're in an age where the average car is going to cost you close to 50 grand. It's ridiculous. And it's going to change at some point, not right away, but eventually the Chinese are going to get here with their cars. That's going to drop the price of cars in the market because their cars are much less expensive than ours. Chinese have 80% of the car market in Mexico. 80% of the new cars sold in Mexico are Chinese cars.
What's the brand called?
Oh, there's a number of them. BYD is the most popular.
Yeah.
And something else we'll talk about tomorrow on the show is, last week I think I told you that Tesla had been knocked off by BYD in Asia as the number one electric car. Well, I just got the news that Europe, Tesla is no longer the number one electric car either. They've been knocked off by Volkswagen with their ID series, have been knocked off. So Tesla has taken a hit in Asia and in Europe. And it has to make you wonder how long Elon Musk is going to be running that company. Because a lot of people have said in various news reports that I've seen and I've read about this, that, people attribute it to his political stuff, the stuff that he, when you own a business like that, you're best off to keep your mouth shut and just rake in the money. But, he thinks he's above that. And
he didn't learn his lesson. Vinnie, he's planning now to spend a fortune on the midterm elections supporting conservative bullethead Trump candidates.
Oh, he's going to support Trump candidates now?
Yeah. But he wants them. He wants them to understand that they're beholden to him.
Well, hopefully people will see through it. Hopefully that people will see through it, and they'll go out and they'll elect people that are going to do something for them instead of the pinheads that these guys want to elect, because that's all they are pinheads. And
Henry Ford had some pretty strange thoughts about politics and society, and I don't know that it cost him market share during his lifetime or not. The appearance is that it did not.
Yeah, people. I don't know that people paid as much attention to it.
I think you're right.
As they pay to it now with social media and, this kind of me too, look at me society that we live in. I mean, Henry Ford had those opinions. And I know he gave speeches and he had Lindbergh on his side, but it wasn't it didn't get to everybody. You know, the average working person probably didn't care about it. They cared about having a job.
And the
You know?
media, which would have highlighted it, was not that type of media in those days.
Right. Nowadays, it's you don't only have the media highlighting it, but you have a million idiots with cameras running around out there calling themselves press. I saw some guy. There was some video I was watching yesterday, and some guy with a phone. Um, there's an accident in front of him, and he gets out of his car, and and all of a sudden he looks into his phone, his camera, and he says his name. He says, "On the scene," reporting live from this accident scene. He doesn't go over and see if the people are hurt. He doesn't go over and see if everybody's all right. He's just sitting there. He's pressed his Facebook Live button, and he's showing us the accident. And the gore and everything, but he's not. It's just like, again, everybody thinks they're a journalist now. Everybody thinks that they're a reporter.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, to do it right. I mean, anybody could post pictures up on Instagram or the internet or whatever, and make it look good. But to give people the facts, to give people the reasons, to talk to people, to interview somebody and get out of them what you need to get out of them, the information you need to get out of them, it's not easy. People that do it for a long time have trouble doing it. So anyway,
hit the wall every once in a while.
Yeah. So anyway,
well,
by the way,
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say my stepmother wanted me to make sure that I told you that she says that she hopes you feel better. I guess she saw that you were gone one day last week, so she wanted to make sure that you felt better. So do you feel better?
I feel much better, and I thank her so much for inquiring. Very, very nice, and I hope
Great,
that
they listen. We have a large audience in Staten Island, believe it or not.
Well, they always love me there.
Yeah, you're huge in Staten Island.
Yeah.
So am I. I mean, I think us and the people over at Colin Jost's house probably listen to us. Those are
always.
the quintessential Staten Island neighborhood. I don't know if my brother listens, but I know my nephew listens, and I know my stepmom listens. So thank them for listening. And
the Jost family never misses a show.
And and the Jost family is always listening. I throw Colin 3 or 4 jokes a week for the weekend update.
Yep.
And try to, and every once in a while he says, if I'm out in Seattle, I'll bring my lovely wife over and Scarlett Johansson, and we'll come over for a spotted tea.
Maybe and patty melt with crispy fries.
Yeah, you come over and I'll put a spotted tea up, and we'll rap and flap and entertain the people in the complex.
I approve, and I know he'll enjoy it. He'll enjoy his trip to the Northwest.
Oh yes. I think he's actually is coming here at some point. I think I saw that there were tickets on sale for a show that he was going to do. So maybe we will get to see him. Who knows?
Well, Seahawks fans, I'm envious of you because you got your future in your hands. You're approaching an appearance in the Super Bowl, but not so fast, my friend. There's a couple things to take care of. So attention to detail. My advice is, even though Charbonnet is hurt, get a running game going. Do not hesitate, because for a fact, the Rams are going to run on you. And there's a guy named Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is going to be in your nightmares. He's a factor in everything the Rams do. So bother the quarterback, get to him, hurry him, knock him down a couple of times. It's essential that you not give this veteran quarterback of the Rams an opportunity to set up back there, because
Right.
he'll pick you apart.
Well, if you're so interested, the Aurora Borealis on Aurora Avenue and Shoreline is going to be open for the NFC Championship watch party. My friend Mike Brown will be there. He always puts on a nice little show with auction items and everything. He'll be hosting this party. 3:30 kickoff. Doors open at 2:30. And it's they got a big screen, huge screen up there, and free admission, free football, pool, raffle for charity, autographed memorabilia and stuff there. So hopefully hopefully if you're not doing anything, I think I might go up there. I might go and sit. The problem with going to a place like that with me is I like to listen to what's going on in the game. So if I go to a place like that and I hang out, then I got to come home and watch the game again to see what happened.
I'm that way. I want to know, is it 3rd and 3? Is it 3rd and 9? It's important. I have to know about the conversion. I have to know. I have to see what the situation is, so that I can approve or disapprove of the play they called, because I'm critical of play calling for non-productive offensive teams. Don't waste that play. Don't waste that time on the clock. Use it productively. Right. And I'm like you, Vin. I want to know. I hate listening too closely to the play-by-play guys, but I want to. I got to have all that stuff at my fingertips. Yeah. And with a loud room, it's hard to concentrate on that.
Yeah, I mean, because you're talking, you're rapping and flapping with people and everything. So sometimes it's because people ask, well, why don't you do a part? Why don't you do this? And Super Bowl is a little bit different because I don't know. A lot of times I don't care who wins the Super Bowl, but I'll care this time. If the Seahawks get in it, I'll definitely, if it's Seahawks or 49ers are in it, or if the Jets are in it, I care. I wasn't old enough to reach the TV dials the last time that they were in it. So
understood. It's
only been since 1969. But hey, it's the Jets. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Well, I'll see everybody tomorrow morning for drive time at
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. We'll be here and have that thing cranked up, and we'll be looking at the Subaru Forest. I'll tell you why the price of your car is going to go up too. Interesting thing that came across my desk this week about the price of cars and why they are going to go up in the short term, and you're going to have to pay it. You're going to have to pay more because there's a part of your car that's going up more. I'll tell you which part that is on Drive Time tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at the Subaru Forester. I think we're going to get up and go to Shoreline Cars and Coffee tomorrow morning and see how many people show up in the freezing cold to stand around and show off their cars. I think that could be that's a story in itself.
Well, you got to have a coffee, so if you need a coffee, you stop by.
I'm gonna get a coffee, and and they have coffee there anyway, so I'll try to keep warm. Mikey, I'll see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend, man. See you.
If the Lord's will and the creek don't rise, I'll see you. By the way, peace, love, and Manischewitz, baby.
What a wine.
See you, Mikey. Thank you all for listening, too. Appreciate it. We'll see you on tomorrow morning for drive time at 11 o'clock. Take care of yourselves.
See you, Ben.
See you. If I can hit the button here.
No, I'm going to hit the button.
Hit the button.